Kane. We're going to Narcat. So when it comes to videos, Kane made a fantastic point. No one wants to see experts getting it all right. You can't hammer it. But you can't go too slow either, can you?
Nah, that's it.
You right?
Yeah, man. I just ate some shit back there.
Did you?
Yeah.
I hope you appreciate that, boys.
Hey!
Got a bit of rain happening. Yeah. If you love the sand, this place is for you. About 7:30 Saturday morning. This is Kane. We're going to Narcat. And the journey begins. So over the last few months, Kano has had this idea that we should go and do some desert riding, and I'm always down for a bit of sand. And also I wanted to experiment with a really lightweight sort of adventure setup where I could take, you know, all my food, all my gear, and basically have a nice adventure setup that was light, that gave me the ability to still attack sand. There's nothing worse than having to go slow through sand. It's an extremely difficult scenario. So I put this pack together, did a bit of a video on that, which you probably saw. If not, check it out on YouTube. And I ended up being pretty happy with it, actually. So this trip we did 2 full days of riding. We started off heading out towards Tintinara, which was sort of our initial destination to be able to get to the edge of Narcat Desert, or Narcat National Park, which is notoriously bad for deep sand, huge sand ruts, and pretty much getting lost. It's not an easy place to ride, really. So yeah, we sort of beelined our way out through some pretty cool tracks, actually, on the way to Murray Bridge, and then out through our way to Tintinara. And we had some pretty cool experiences just on that way, some few different spots that I'd never been on. We had the normal, you know, cruise down this track because it's all referenced on the GPS or Gaia, and ends up being locked gates, private property. You never know where you're going sometimes when you're just following your maps, especially when you plot them out at home. But yeah, we managed to find our way through with a combination of Gaia and old school maps on the GPS. Like this particular section here was like a complete mess of a road, and it was our first taste of deep sand. Hey! That's hectic.
Hey?
Hectic.
I can't get back far enough. This bloody bag's in the way.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's like you can't hammer it, but you can't go too slow either, can you?
Nah, that's it. Fucking yeah, because if you're going too fast, quite easily lose that front wheel.
Oh yeah. So as you can see, we were cruising along and hit deep sand on, 30 psi. Didn't work out too well.
Narcat proper, here we are. We are on the western border of Narcat, sort of right in the middle, and we're about to hit the sand. It's going to be epic. Steering dampener. I'm going to run 3/4. I'll stop at the next intersection.
So we stopped back at the gate there and spent about 10-15 minutes preparing ourselves for this epic journey through Narcat, and we dropped our tyre pressures right down. Didn't use a gauge, I rarely ever do, just went sort of by feel. Felt pretty squishy, so I was getting prepared for, as you can see, there's deep ruts. So the sand's banked up right in the centre there, and you're pretty much just riding along wheel ruts. And at first you're pretty sort of weary of it all. You're thinking, shit, this could go bad at any time. But after a while, you give yourself 10-15 minutes and you start getting into a bit of a groove, getting a feel of it. It doesn't really change much. It gets like a little bit softer or a little bit more hard packed, and you'll see by the time you get to intersections and you're going really slow, that they're the only times you sort of really got to panic, because the slower you go on this stuff, the more dangerous it is, the harder it is, the more likely you're going to drop your bike. You get bogged really easy when you're going really slow as well. You can't sort of use the banks and the momentum that you've got to turn properly. So the key is really when you're riding these deep wheel ruts is to keep as much speed as you possibly can, and by doing so, what you're going to do is you're going to stay up on top of that sand, stay in control of the bike a lot easier. The front wheels, not going to want to sort of dig in or bite and throw you over the bars. So it's really important that speed in the sand is one of your biggest things. Now, I got a steering dampener that wound up to like 3/4. Kano didn't, and my suspension I'd set pretty hard, so my preload's right up. My clickers are hard, both low speed and high speed compression were quite hard. My rebounds, it's pretty much in the middle, so it doesn't, if it's too slow it'll pack, and if it's too fast you'll be sort of bouncing all over the place. So I had my suspension set really, really well, and I was maintaining sort of a minimum of 60, sometimes getting up to 80, 90, 100 k's an hour, but pretty much somewhere between 60 and 80 you sort of sit on. It's pretty hard to tell what's coming up with corners and that type of stuff. You don't have that good a field of view when you're riding along this sort of area in Narcat, but it's fun. It's so much fun, and the lightweight pack that I had allowed me to sort of really get into it. There's quite a lot of spots that you come along, you'll be riding along deep sand for ages, and then suddenly it'll be hard pack and limestone, and because you've got a loaded bike and you're pretty much got super soft suspension, you want to take those sections very, very easy. Slow right down, 20-30 k's an hour maximum, going through all that limestone stuff, because you'll instantly just get issues with tyres. It's very rare that I'm ever sitting down. There's only a few spots really throughout this whole journey through the desert that I'm actually sitting down. It's all standing up, it's all going hard.
See that up there?
Yeah.
We'll go up to the top of that.
Mount Rescue.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
remember about 10-15 years ago coming up through here, and I think I was on my 610 Husky, and I was pretty much loaded up, had a Coyote back on the back, and it was a good ride, but this was all pristine. So this trig point here was all in good condition. Now it's all been, you know, totally smashed down and thrown to pieces. It's sad to see, but you get maggots everywhere. But a really good spot, so head up to the top of Mount Rescue there. It's a top spot to sort of check out. Now Kane was having a fair few issues here with his suspension. He was having bottoming out issues and all sorts of stuff. So we ended up stopping and really tightening up a lot of his clickers. So he's got a Hyper Pro rear shock on the back of that BMW X650X Challenge, and it made a massive difference. Like, the back end was just bouncing all over the place for a long time, and it was really slowing him down. You know, he was only managing sort of 40 to 60 k's an hour rather than getting up over that 60. So yeah, we got pretty aggressive. We went up a fair few clicks on that rear shock, and he was carrying a fair bit more weight than me. I mean, I was probably up around 20 kilos, but he was more like up around 40 kilos or 30 kilos. And we really got stuck into the clickers. Made a massive difference to his riding. You know, he was well up over 60 after that. So you've got to really make sure your suspension's hard and muck around with your clickers as much as you can, either before or while you're out there, because you've got a long way to go to get across Narcat and Big Desert, and you want to make sure that your bike's feeling good and you can maintain good speed when you're out there, because nothing worse than the bike swapping ends because it's just too soft.
Better?
Fucking heaps better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Like, it handles those hits way better. I didn't bottom it out there. I almost did. But it just doesn't feel like it's just going to fucking break something.
Awesome.
Yeah, right, way better, Stu. It's crazy.
Do you want to do more?
I don't know, maybe tonight we'll have to talk about it.
Alright.
But it's fine for now.
Yeah.
But before we did it, I was comfortable at about 60k an hour. Now, 70, 75 seems to be, really comfortable as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Using about 2/3 of your front shock, so same as me. Yep. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
Spot on.
a big improvement, dude. Very happy.
Alright. So we just keep going along here.
Yep.
So I knew this massive sand dune was, this sand hill climb was coming, and I was pretty excited about it actually. And I decided I'd have a full crack at it, because every other time I've come through Narcat, it's either been solo or with very inexperienced riders. So I was really anxious, and I was super excited about getting up this thing. I wanted to have a full crack at it, and yeah, Kane, I was just pointing and saying, "We're doing this, man," and he just followed me down, knowing full well that he was going to be picking up the pieces, I suppose, if worst case scenario happened. So here we go.
You're a nutter.
Here we go, mate.
Are you going to, like, even considering doing that?
Fuck yeah, as if you're not.
Hey? Have you done this before?
Never. Let's have a...
Fucking hell, dude. I don't know. If you get stuck, I'm not trying it. But if you get up easy, I might have a crack.
I've only ever come through here solo, so never
Yeah.
had the opportunity to.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as I saw that, I knew you were going to fucking come in here. I'm like, fucking hell.
Here we go. Yeah.
You're a fucking wild man, Stu.
Just had to change down and then it was all over.
Yeah. Oh, at least you fucking dropped it well.
So it's not
Played it
hard.
over. Yeah.
I don't think you could possibly hurt yourself.
Nah, but I could get myself stuck and I could end up struggling to get the bike back down, I reckon.
Well, I had a crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'd had more power in third or more speed, I would have been right.
Well, I'm thinking, fuck, you had a decent run up. Like, you had a fair bit of momentum. And it was all going well until it wasn't. Yeah.
So we're here at Narcat Hill Climb. I had a crack, but didn't make it. Obviously the camera does it no justice. If you were standing here, you'd be going, what the hell's wrong with that guy? See if I can zoom in a little bit. Come on. There we go. That's the best I can do. But yeah, it's crazy. I hit it in third, then about halfway up had to change to second, and then yeah, nowhere near enough momentum to get up there, so chucked it down, then turned it around and came back down. Absolute awesome mission we're having. We're about halfway through Narcat, on our way to Big Desert, and we're going to camp at Big Desert at this awesome place right up north of Big Desert. Bikes are going superbly. We've done heaps of suspension adjustments on the old X Challenge, and it's proven to work out in favour. It's handling really well now. Problem was obviously with all the pack, she was bottoming out a bit on the rear, so we just cranked up the clickers and it's made a big difference. Apart from that, beautiful day. It's probably what, 25? Yep. Yeah. And we're chilling.
So now we sort of head north through Narcat and then basically get up to another intersection and then turn right and start heading east. And we get onto some really nice hard pack with low bushes and huge visibility. You can see for miles through here. It's absolutely brilliant. You can really get some good speed happening. Super confident on the bike by now because you've hit the worst of it. You've managed to sail through it without too many issues. So you really know what's happening with your bike and how it's handling, and you know sort of how to handle sort of any situation throughout the whole of these deserts. It's such a beautiful place as well. We sort of hit the centre road now. This is in between Narcat and another bit of Narcat. I think there's a pretty nice campsite in here. These were the only two vehicles that we saw the whole way through Narcat. So we saw nothing on the other side of the road, and we saw two cars in here, and it was sort of pretty weird. Like this one woman, she's hanging out the car. I don't know if they were, you know, having a bit too much fun, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. I've been through here full driving before and camping, and you know, as fun as it is with the camping side of stuff, the full driving is just boring. I couldn't think of anything worse than spending hours and hours in a four-wheel drive, bouncing up and down on these whoops and riding through this, driving through pretty much flat, sandy desert. You know, really, if you've got the opportunity to get on a bike and do it, there's no way you would ever drive a four-wheel drive through here in your life. It's just boring. But as soon as you get on a bike, that just changes everything. It's so awesome. And as you could see when we took off around those cars, it's seriously deep sand. As soon as you're going slow, that's it. You're struggling for your life just to get out of the goddamn deep sand and into some speed so you can keep cracking. It's good fun as well, just riding next to your mate, you know, side by side, flogging through the sand. Get to see what his bike's doing, and yeah, it's just awesome. It's one of those, you know, cool things that you get to do. You can see how deep that sand is and how the whoops sort of throw it around, but if you've got a good forward position and you know, you're controlling the bike all through the front end, it's not an issue. And then you get out into some speed and you know, you basically, if you're going around a left-hand corner, you're using that right-hand bank to keep yourself nice and stable. You're leaning the bike down on an angle so that you're actually railing those berms as much as possible. If you try and, you know, steer around them, you're in all sorts of trouble. So you just really got to get used to laying your big heavy bike, which is all loaded up, down. This section from here to pretty much the border track, which we sort of just go over, was my absolute favourite. Probably hooking along here a little bit too quick considering visibility, but if you're looking 2, 3, 4, 5 dunes ahead every time you're on top of a dune, you get pretty confident. And again, it's deep sand, but you've got a lot more undulations through here, a lot more sand dunes itself to go over the top of. I was having an absolute blast flying through here. There's kangaroos going left, right and centre, and just really having a blast railing those berms and flying along, man. It's so much fun. Getting some good pace up, you know, you're sitting in 4th, 5th gear, back to 4th, down to 3rd. Really concentrating. It's all standing up, you know, you never really get a chance to sit down, because as soon as you sit down, you're just all over the place. You really got to ride these bikes, you know, with this sort of a load being right over the front. And as I've said before, though, the tank bags, they just hinder you. Like, I could go faster and feel more confident if I didn't have that tank bag on, but sometimes you just need that little bit of extra storage, and it's worth the sacrifice, but it does wear you out. Like today, which is, you know, sort of a day and a half since I came home, my shoulders are more tired than they usually are. My lats, you know, all the pecs, they're all, you know, pretty sore. Well, not sore, but you can feel them. You know that had you had a proper standing position, then, you know, you would have carried all that weight in your legs. So as you can see, while you're flexing through all these epic dunes, you can see a fair way ahead of you. So you know sort of pretty much what's going to be coming over the other side. Once you're on top of some of the big ones, you can see miles. But so much fun through here, just having a blast.
Somehow my bag is stuck to my pack. I think I found it. Hockey strap. Yep. Got it. Back in there. Alright, how good is this? It's Whoop City. Deep sandy whoops. Well, it's been probably 4 or 5 minutes
and no sign of Kano yet. He may have eaten shit. He may be lying back there on the track somewhere. I'll give him 10 minutes, then I'll go back. Well, his 10 minutes is up, so I'm going to go look for him. Here we go. Well, let's just hope it's some type of mechanical failure or a flat tire or something, because oh no, here he comes. Yeah, here he comes. Well, he seems to be in one piece. There was a pretty big sand dune back there. It was real soft, so he might have got stuck on that. Let's hope he's not injured. You right?
Yeah, man. I just ate some shit back there.
Did you?
Yeah. No, it was fine. I didn't hurt myself. I was out of control for a long time, you see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and in that time I managed to bleed off some speed before I crashed.
What, the back was just swapping ends?
No, I just lost the front, like over a bit of a whoopee section, lost the front end, and fucking then just went out of control.
No damage to you or the bike?
I don't think so. It was dripping a bit of fuel from under here, but I think it might have been running out of the top.
Yeah.
It's just the fuel tap. It's fucking full of sand, and it seems to be fine.
Good news, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How long have you been waiting?
About 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good news.
It took forever to get the bike up off the ground, Stu.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Lift it. I had to take the bag off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a sand dune back there that was held deep as well.
Yeah.
I thought you might have got stuck on that, or...
It was on an easy section, man.
Oh.
Yeah. It was nothing hard. It was just I don't know.
You didn't hit your head or anything?
No.
What's your name? Where do you live? We're turning right?
Yep.
If we go straight for another kilometre or two, we get onto like a dead straight road that borders the park.
Yeah, that one might be easier.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Make up a bit of time.
Righto, cool.
So we've come down, there we go, almost come off on that deep sand there. We've come down a small section of the border track, and now we're into Big Desert proper. And yeah, again, this is real sort of deep, heavy sand. A lot of whoops through here. Super fun, but you really got to just keep your speed up. And you know, if you got your bike set up right, it's just a blast. I'm having heaps of fun coming through here with Kano, and we basically flex along here for a fair few Ks and then pop into our campsite.
So we made it to Big Desert. We're at the Pines campsite. Absolutely stunning here. Just like pine trees in the middle of the desert. Obviously planted at some stage. But yeah, it's been relentless, deep, whoops, sand, craziness. And it's been brilliant. What do you reckon, Kano?
It's been good. It was a big day.
Big day. Yeah, we've only done actually from the beginning of Narcat about 80 Ks, 70, 80 Ks. But it's been nothing but continuous, relentless, deep, whooped out sand. We've both been riding really well. No incidents to speak of, no injuries, no bike issues. The BMW X Challenge 650, an absolute perler of a bike. And the DR, no dramas at all. Can't go wrong. So yeah, I mean, I highly recommend doing this if you're a good rider and you pack lightly. And you got to get your suspension right. So when you're out there, play around with it, harden it up. Makes the biggest difference in the world. Tomorrow, what are we doing, Kano?
Back into the big desert tomorrow.
Big desert.
About 140 Ks of more sand.
Magic.
Yeah.
And where are we going to pop out?
Underbull.
Which is other side of Wiperfeld, or
I don't know.
over that way?
Don't know exactly. Yeah, north of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Northeast of here.
So a couple of different setups. This is the swag setup under the hoochie. This is mine. Kano's got his tent. Looks like a nice tent.
Brand new. It's only had one camping trip on it so far.
Pro hiker.
It's exactly the same as my old tent. Just replaced it.
Just nice and light. It's what you want.
Yeah. Cheap.
So we're going to cook food now and get back into it tomorrow. So what we've got here is some Merg Makani butter chicken. This is the real fancy one. So basically you just pour boiling water in there, about 500 mils, let it stand for 10 minutes or so, and we're going to eat. And what's Kano got over there?
I had that.
Cup of soup.
Yeah.
Tomato soup, Heinz tomato soup.
Yeah. Tomato, veg, lentils.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
You rate it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
So there you go. Alright. We're trying to eat this slop.
It always tastes better than that shit. Yeah, some of their fucking, I reckon it. One of the ones with mashed potato. The roast chicken it might be. It's fucking very nice. Oh.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Edible.
Yeah, it needs a bit more salt. Oh. That's pretty good. Alright, so I'll give that 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Get out the window.
Yeah.
Right, there's one more.
Must have been a crackhead for sure. Alright, so there you go. That's done. Butter chicken, ate every last bit of it. So, it was good. I recommend these.
Hope these pegs don't pull out tonight.
Got a bit of rain happening. Well, I think the wind's dropped off, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's been raining all night, and we're here in Big Desert National Park, Victoria, South Australian border. Kano's got the fucking campsite happening. Absolutely ripping this morning. Fire's still cranking. What an awesome day of deep sand riding we're going to have against us. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
Is that working?
Yep. Maybe just drop it down a fraction. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, that didn't work too well, did it?
What happened?
Drop the bolt down there. Where did it go? Cunt. Oh, fuck me. Go. Fucking hell, Kane. Fucking jerk.
I'm filming you, mate.
Don't fucking post this.
I reckon that went inside the bash plate. I definitely heard it.
I heard it go ka-tunk.
Yeah.
Oh, you idiot.
Just tap around on the bash plate, like give it a bang from underneath. No, like with your hand, with your palm.
Yeah, no, it's not under there. I reckon it's fucking dropped in under here somewhere. Oh, I couldn't have balls that up any more than that, mate. Oh, hang on, no, I can see it.
Yes. Where is it?
Down here. Got it.
Sick.
Got it. Don't post that, Stewie.
No, we're posting that for sure.
No, man, fuck
That's
that.
one of the things that happens on an adventure ride.
Those threads still look alright.
Definitely.
Oh, don't, Stewie. You want to
Subframe bolt.
capture me lubing it up?
Yeah, man.
There you go.
You happy with that?
That's how it's done. So it's fine like that. You little ripper.
She's pulling?
Yep, that's got it. Yeah, nice, man. I'll have to trim those cable ties today.
So when it comes to videos, Kane made a fucking fantastic point. No one wants to see experts getting it all right.
We're just keeping it real, mate.
Right, so we are about to cruise off. We're heading sort of south from here along Cactus Bore track, or heading towards Cactus Bore anyway. There's some pretty epic hill climbs and places to see through here, so let me go and see if we can find them. But we're all packed up, ready to roll. Amazing big desert wet sand to ride on today, and we've already done a couple of Ks and it's absolutely prime. Great campsite this, it's huge. Yeah, we came here I reckon 10 years ago and it was absolutely packed. So we ended up going down to and camping at the next place called Cactus Bore, which had no one in it. So some fun on the way.
How good is this? What a place. Sand dunes, tracks on top of sand dunes. Just nothing but epic. If you love the sand, this place is for you. How good is this? What a place. So unique. That was sick. Got a 4B having a crack here. Yeah! Well, after all that,
Tyre?
yeah. Oh, good. I got it,
I'll
mate.
stick around, you were good.
Nah, I'm fine. No dramas.
You sure?
Absolutely. Piece of piss.
Alright, dude.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. Alright, man. Well, fucking good luck with that.
Thanks, man.
Feel a bit bad leaving you.
Ah, nah, it's easy. No
Done
dramas
before.
at all. Got plenty of tubes.
Yep, yep.
I'll be fine.
No dramas, Stu. Alright, well, good on you, mate.
Have fun, brother.
Yeah, have a safe ride home.
You too, man. Bloody. Wonder what it is. I reckon it's my valve stems probably eating shit.
Funny thing just happened. I'm out here, changed my tyre, and I've just put everything all back together, just about ready to go. And these forestry workers, Forestry Victoria I think it is, apparently this is forest area, come up and I bloody spent 15 minutes filling out a survey. So do you like being here? Did you enjoy your stay? Were the facilities okay? So I hope you appreciate that, boys. I've got better things to do than do surveys, but I was nice. I'm a nice man.